In this video, I'm going to share with you a story about how I was able to generate hundreds of dollars every single day because of one idea. And this is one of the reasons why I created this YouTube channel, is to share thoughts, ideas, strategies with you, and to let you know that you are literally one idea away from becoming the next Insta millionaire. One idea away. You can't see it right now. So a few years ago, I used to do door-to-door sales with an energy company, probably one of the largest energy companies in Canada, if not North America. And my job was to go door-to-door selling energy contracts. What I would do is, basically my whole territory was Alberta, so a few million people. I was allowed to go anywhere. Anyways, I would get up in the morning and I would pick a territory and I would just knock on the doors all day. And my goal was to sell $200 worth of contracts. So one sale was worth $50. So if I sold 4 contracts, 4 people said yes because I paid $25 for a electricity site ID, and I got paid for a natural gas site ID. And every home or every business had 2. I wasn't allowed to sell homes until I figured something out, but I'll share about that a little bit later. So I was only allowed to sell businesses. Some businesses would actually have 4 or 5 or 6 site IDs. They'd have 4 electricity and 2 gas, depending if they were a complex outside that had multiple bays. So I would always target those ones. So I remember doing this every day. I did this for like 5 years, 100% commission. So some days I would sell 1 or 2 contracts. Some days I would sell 8 or 10 contracts. So I'd make anywhere from, depending, because I was lazy back then, depending on how early I started and how late I worked, I would generate anywhere from $50 to hundreds of dollars. Sometimes like $500-600 in a day. What was also happening was, it was a push for a product it was called the Easy Max program. And electricity back then was like 7 cents, and you can get put on this program. The downside of it was, if I left a contract for them to think it over, and they decided to call the number on the contract, which was the company themselves, they would take that money out of my pocket, literally, because I did all the work, I did the presentation and everything, but the company would actually get credit for it. And then I would come back to that business a week later and they'd say, oh, we called in, thank you very much, we called in and we signed up, thank you. And I wouldn't get paid commission on that, so I'd lose the commission. So I had to sign them on the spot before I left. So that was a bit of annoying. I want to share with you an idea that I did that actually allowed me to make $200 plus every single day with no effort. So what I did was this is so funny. I actually approached builders like Shane Homes, Excel Homes, all kinds of builders. Anybody that was building a home in Alberta, I was selling to. And what would happen is, I started off at their headquarters, and I would do my presentation and get them to sign up. And then what I did was I made a generic contract that had their signature on it already, but everything else was blank. Their address was blank, and um, the site IDs were blank and all this kind of stuff. So I left that part blank, but I had their signature. And so what I did was I approached them and said, anytime that you're building a new house, because it's under your business name, I would like to put you on the program, and it'll save you some money at the beginning, because you need electricity, you need natural gas for whoever, the plumbers, the electricians, all the crew, the roofers, everyone that's coming in and working on that house. You need power. So let's just put you on the program, and then when you're done, we'll switch it over to whoever the homeowner is. We'll just port it over. It's so easy. And they said, yeah, that sounds like a pretty good idea. So one of the homes was, or one of the companies was actually building an average of between 6 and 10 homes a day. And remember, each home I get paid $50. So all of a sudden I was making $200 to $500 a day from the 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes of conversation. And one home was building, I don't know how many homes in a year. It was ridiculous. And I had 3 or 4 builders on board. And so every day I would walk downstairs, I would check my computer, and I would see contracts filled out, because I gave them a template to work with, or they would actually give me the address, and then I would look up the site ID. That's what I would do. I would look up the site ID, and then I would fill it in, and then I would fax it in to NMAX. And I was making hundreds of dollars a day. And you know what was interesting? A lot of people say, oh, did you invest all that money and all this kind of stuff? No, I got lazy. I didn't do anything. I just stayed in my robe all day long. Yeah, I got lazy because it was easy. And when it became easy, I quit working. I quit doing everything else. I just stopped. I just started watching TV, and I checked my inbox, and I'd be like, oh, okay, another $100 today. Oh, $400. Oh, $500. Oh, $200, $100, $200. And it was effortless. And I'd hand in a stack of forms all the time. Like, this happened for like a month. And then one day, NMAX approached me and said that they couldn't do this anymore, because they thought it was weird that they were only charging the customer in the home, I don't know, it's like 15 or 30 bucks a month or something, but they were paying me $50 a month. They were losing money on hundreds of homes. This is the biggest energy company in Canada. So they squashed that deal on me. Anyways, my point is, it was an idea. So the idea of copying the signature was genius, because I made it easy for the owner. And what I was also able to do, I was also able to convince NMAX, was anybody that owned a home business like myself. I signed myself up on it and got paid $50. I signed all my friends that had home businesses, and I would get paid $50 for every home, because they would put it under their business name, operating as whatever, and I'd send that in and get paid. And they're like, it's not technically a business. And I'm like, but it is. They're incorporated, they're limited, all this kind of stuff, and they do business out of their home. So they couldn't argue with me on that one. So my Guinness Book of World Records for cold calling in a day was about 96 contracts at $50 a pop. So that was a big payday. And I worked my ass off that day. Nobody will come close to breaking that record. Nobody's going to break it ever. Because I worked from 6 o'clock in the morning to about 8 o'clock at night. Stores were closed and I was still knocking on doors. I would even get pushed out of offices because they're like, I would knock on the door with my NMAX shirt or jacket on, and they'd look at me and they'd be like, what do you want? And I'm like, I have a contract here. I would cut right to the chase. There was no sales pitch. At the beginning, when I first started out, I would do 15, 20-minute presentations on why they need to save money with electricity, natural gas. And by the end of it, I was like, I have a contract here. Do you have a pen? And that's it. That was my sales pitch. And they would literally turn me around, sign the contract on my back with the contract, with the paper, because they didn't have time to go to their desk. And they'd sign it on my back, and then I'd turn around and they'd give me the contract and then push me out the door. And I'd make a couple $100 because they would have 3 or 4 locations. So it was good money. It's good money. So I share that with you because I am an optimist, and I honestly believe that there is one idea for someone out there that if you hit that idea, man, it is easy. It is effortless. And so now that happens to me. I just check my inbox, but I keep working. That's the difference, is I keep going. My goal is to have $50,000 in my bank account, cashola. So each day I check my inbox, I see what products people are buying, and then I double down on those products. I have 20 products right now for sale. I have another 40 on the bench that are just on standby because I have to create them. So if you want to do the same thing, then all you have to do is go to my website. I'll put it in the description. It's theinstaMillionaire.com/I am blueprint. This is where you start. I show everything in that blueprint, exactly what I do, and I use this blueprint every day when I create a new digital product from scratch. So my promise to you is to share everything that I teach on my website right here on YouTube for absolutely free. If you want to speed up the process and you're like, oh, money is no object, I'm willing to pay $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, whatever it is, because I would like to learn what you know in 21 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever, then go visit my website, start the funnel, start by downloading the blueprint, and then I have upsells in there, but you don't have to take them. You don't have to do anything. You just have to look at the process. Understand that you should be thinking, can I do this for myself? And if you can't, then you need my help. And nobody else is doing this right now. Nobody else is teaching what I'm teaching you. Instead, they're telling you how to buy a Lamborghini. Nothing wrong with that. They're telling you how to do drop shipping, how to create ebooks, how to write ebooks, how to create YouTube ads, how to create Facebook ads, and sell thousands of dollars. And my thought is always like, well, if you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month, why are you teaching people how to write an ebook, or why are you teaching people how to do Amazon affiliates, or why are you teaching people how to do whatever else? So it doesn't make sense. So for me, I just do digital products. That's all I do. That's it. That's where the money is. The money is making money online. What do you call it? Genre, if you will. That's where the money is right now. More people are coming online that want to make more money. They want to make money while they're working. They want to side hustle, all this stuff. This is where the money is. This is what you need to do. Forget about everything else. Learn how to build your own website. Learn how to use autoresponders. Learn how to automate everything. If you don't know how to do that, visit my website. Start the process. It's free. If you got time, watch my videos on YouTube. I share everything with you here. It's just spread out over time. Anyways, that's it. Bye. See ya.